Well, hi Sagittarius! Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for February's reading. Can you believe it? Wow. So, I am going to pull out a universe card to get started. This is advice from the universe. Take it or leave it. And then we will get on with our tarot reading. So let's get that universe card out here so I can read it to you. Okay, Sagittarius, here's your card. It says, as I enjoy people, I attract enjoyable people. It's card number 30. So I will read it to you. It says, I want great relationships. I so enjoy nice, clever, funny, energetic, stimulating people, and I love knowing that this planet is abundant with them. It seems that the more I enjoy people, the more people whom I enjoy come into my experience. I love this time of spectacular creation. So it's like the more that you enjoy people, the more they enjoy you, and the more you attract to yourself, and just happiness just flows all around you. So I love that. That's really, really nice advice to get started with. Okay, so let's get your tarot reading done. I have shuffled these cards very well, but I am going to just shuffle them a couple more times, maybe go through, and then we'll pull your cards for Sagittarius. What do you need to know? What's coming in? What's going out? Any advice for Sagittarius? Please, universe, what do they need to know? What's coming in? What's leaving? What kind of advice? What can they expect from Sagittarius? What can they expect? Sagittarius. Is it up there? For Sagittarius, what can you expect? Okay. Frog in my throat. I gotta stop swallowing them frogs. Okay, Sagittarius, let's find out what it is for February that you really should know. Could be helpful. Guidance, universal guidance. These are general readings. They will not resonate with everyone. You can take from them what you will. You may get a private reading if you like. And I do private readings. If you just click the description box below this video, send me an email and we can get started. So, I have the Hermit surrounding your entire reading. Well, you've been in hermit mode. You've been keeping to yourself. You've been trying to figure out your path forward in life at the same time. So the Hermit, they hear you. It's a very spiritual card. And they're shining a lantern. So this reading should shine a lantern in helping you decide how to move forward. Also, the Hermit, this is the card for Virgo, I must point out. So Virgo could be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. I have the High Priestess here, up in your highest energy. Wow. So the High Priestess, your intuitions run very strong. Pay attention. Pay attention to what yourself is telling you, because you can trust yourself and what your gut's saying. When this card comes out, it's right next to the Hermit. So this time that you're spending alone and your gut is telling you things and trying to guide you or give you ideas, pay attention, because you can figure this out, and you will be figuring this out. Okay? So Sagittarius, next to the High Priestess is the Emperor, and the Emperor is right above the Hermit. This is the card for Aries. Aries might be strong in your chart, or someone else is around this reading. But the Emperor, this is all about being true to yourself. It's knowing what you want, okay? You can be a leader in your profession. You're very well liked and respected by others. But with the Emperor here, it's like once they make up their mind, it's really hard to change it. That's where you're coming here. Between the Hermit and the High Priestess, you're getting to a place where you're going to know what you want. And you're going to hold true to it as you move forward. All this is putting an end to some pain that you've been through. The Ten of Swords is the end, the card of the end of the pain. There's no 11. You're out of the Nine of Swords. And it just helps you to move forward. So the Ten of Swords is a lot better than what it looks. I have the King of Swords under the High Priestess and next to the Hermit. Very mature energy. The Kings and Queens, they're all male or female. All cards are male or female. And the Kings and Queens are very mature-minded. The Emperor is very mature-minded. There's a few cards here that are just very mature thinking. So you're going to go forward with your sword up. This is part of what you're telling yourself. Ask the truth, seek the truth and clarity. Don't just take somebody's word for everything. That doesn't work. Actions a lot of times do speak louder than words, but words help because you are going to seek that truth and that clarity in moving forward. This is to prevent you from being in the Ten of Swords. So you enter this place of the King of Swords. Libra, like I say, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. It might be strong in someone's chart here. And it's next to the Hermit, which is a card for Virgo. We have a lot going on in here as far as we got Aries, we have air signs, we have the Hermit, which is Virgo. But we also have the World. And it's next to the Hermit and under the Ten of Swords. So the end of all that pain and suffering is going to allow you to move into this place of this new life cycle. So, you know that you want to move into this new life cycle, and you do go forth knowing what it is, what you want. So you're it's like taking another chapter in your life, okay? This is what's happening. So the end of this chapter, the Ten of Swords, the beginning of another chapter. I have the Ace of Cups under the King of Swords. This is what you're on guard about. You're not going to accept just anybody's cup of love, but this is a lot of love. This is what you have to offer. And if somebody's going to present themselves as if they might have this cup, you're going to see the truth. You're going to find out the truth about it before you accept it. Period. You made up your mind. You're the Emperor. You made up your mind. And so you have a lot of love that you can offer. It is right next to the Devil card, which is under the Hermit, which is the card for Capricorn. So Capricorn might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But this is toxic energy, completely different than Capricorn. But the energy, there's two figures here. So there could have been a third party. There could have been a third energy of some sort. Could be anything from addiction to an interfering person, okay? There's that pentacle for security and stability. And what they do is they prevent that pentacle from coming forward because of the toxic energy that this card can create. So the card itself doesn't create it, but it's showing us that this is, why you had problems with love. This is why you're in a place of spending time to yourself and wondering, what your future looks like and moving forward and how you want to move forward. And, putting the end to all this pain is because of this toxic energy was in your life. I have the King of Cups here next to the Devil and under the World card. Another king. Wow. Very mature energy. You have a huge cup, like I say, here. And you're holding it close. Okay. So there's that cup. And you're holding it very close to yourself because there's no one to really hand it out to. I think you were handing it out to someone here who was toxic to you, and that's what you had to get over. Now, let's see what the second part of this reading says, because I know you're moving forward. I know you're moving into a new life cycle. I know that you're very strong-minded. You now know, as we go through this reading, what you want in love. You know, what you expect in love. Get that out there. You're not going to settle. Okay. So I have the Nine of Wands right next to the Ten of Swords. So the end of the Nine of Wands is coming up too. You know, this past relationship was a heavy burden. You might have had a lot of fresh starts and new beginnings with this person. And it just feels like you're always guarding the relationship. It got to be too much. It got to be too heavy, and you are going to let it go because it's next to the Ten of Swords. I have the Four of Swords next to the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is, again, you know, being in solitude, like, you know, keeping to yourself, doing meditation, praying, soul searching, and you're letting those swords of truth and clarity come to you. That's what the High Priestess says. It's like, let them come to you, because what you think is what is real, okay? So trust yourself, and this is what's happening. So you are healing. It's a very deep healing card. I have the Knight of Swords next to the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're going to take action in moving forward. Once you decide how you want to move forward, you're going to do it. You're going to take that action, and you're definitely going to have your sword up in doing it. Looking for that truth and clarity. I have the Eight of Wands under the Nine of Wands, and right next to the World card, the new life cycle. There's some kind of communication coming in. This is texts, emails, or phone calls, something through the airways. Could be Facebook, video chat, but something through the airways. And it's going to turn out to be back and forth, back and forth. Huh. It has to do with your new life cycle. It also has to do with the Ten of Pentacles here. So you're going to be communicating with someone I think you're going to end up in the long term in a committed relationship with. In February, it's going to begin. Wow. And all this healing that you've done for yourself, I think you're actually allowing and creating this energy to come towards you, what you want. See, you made up your mind, and you're going to stick to it, definitely. I have the Fool next to the Ten of Pentacles and under the Knight of Swords. No, you're not going to enter the energy of the Fool. I think you've done that before, and you know what happened, and you ended up in hermit mode and having to get over the pain. So the Knight of Swords, you know, keeping your sword up and moving forward is not going to allow you to enter the energy of the Fool. So the Fool is fun in the moment, but it never lasts, okay? So if you want that Ten of Pentacles, I think you know that you can't just leap into a relationship. You've got to get that truth and clarity to know what it is that you're getting into. I have the Five of Pentacles under the Eight of Wands and next to the King of Cups. So the Five of Pentacles, this is like being left out in the cold, being ghosted, left alone. Yeah, I feel like this person that you had to recover from, they weren't really reliable. I don't think that they were in it very, very far. I mean, you can come in from the cold with this card, but this is a feeling of being left alone and maybe even ghosted, but left out in the cold. So you're left holding that cup of love and nowhere's to hand it out, okay? So, you know, and if you look at this card, it looks like they're holding a cell phone, doesn't it? I think you might end up going online once you make up your mind what you're looking for. It might be online, it might be Facebook, it's something. I think is where the communication is coming from while you spend your time alone. So I have the Two of Cups next to the Five of Pentacles and under the Ten of Pentacles. This is friends first. You know, this is a soulmate card, friends first, then love. Now, what is better than having a loving relationship with your best friend? And I feel like that's what's coming in, and I think it's going to kind of catch you by surprise. I think you're going to be enlightened by this communication that comes through. It may be someone you already know, and you're going to turn out to be best friends and lovers. It's under the Ten of Pentacles. It's next to this communication that you're doing here. And it's also right next to the Ten of Cups, which is under the Fool. So you know you can't get into Fool's energy. Don't jump in if you want the Ten of Cups, and you do want the Ten of Cups. You know you want the Ten of Cups. And here it is. There is someone coming in February. You're going to at least start communicating with them in February. And this is, you know, an equal exchange of love, cups of love. There's so much love and joy here in this card. It's a family-oriented type card. There is sunshine and rainbows going on here. So it's very loving, and it's committed, and there's a lot of joy here. And this is where you're headed with whoever it is that's coming in with this communication. So pay attention to that. Know what it is, what you want in moving forward. That is advice. Keep your sword out. Seek the truth and the clarity. Don't just take someone's word for everything, you know. Just kind of, you know, do your homework on the people who enter your life. Just do your homework, follow your intuition, and trust what your gut is telling you. If you want to avoid these toxic energy situations. Okay, let's see what your guardian angels and spirit guides have to say about this reading for Sagittarius. Way down there. It's card 11. And it says inner strength. So I'm going to read it to you. You have great courage and kindness. You may not realize how strong and powerful you are, but there's no problem you cannot solve. The compassion you so freely give to others must also be given to yourself. Stand strong in your convictions if the right answer to tell someone is no. And this is where you're coming into that Emperor's, you know, being very, very strong about your convictions, about what you decide you want from life. And don't settle. Ask the questions. So, wow. That's a good reading. It's a really good reading. You're coming through it. And you're going to shine. In the end, you're going to shine. So, Sagittarius, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot. And I want to thank my guardian angels, my spirit guides, for helping me deliver you this message.